Hello, Stephen here. We're going to make a little run from Castle Strunmah, one of my houses that I've adopted, all the way down to my Helgen house. We're going to hit like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my houses, going kind of down quite a bit of Skyrim. This is Castle Strunmah. This is Fandel, my follower. I don't know how this is going to work out. Hopefully it'll work out with him following along on the horse. I have survival mode. That means I'm affected by the cold, hunger, lack of sleep. Right down there you can see the little town of Dragon Bridge. The ground is white because I'm using Climates of Tamriel along with this winter edition, which makes all of Skyrim snowy white. Much of it is, but the parts that aren't, well, they are now. Off in the distance there, maybe you can see the to the right of that mountain. That's a capital city called Solitude, one of the most beautiful cities in Skyrim. This is Castle Strunmah, probably still the best looking house in Skyrim, even though it was uploaded by the original author in 2012. Let's get down off the rampart. I modified it so you could go up the rampart. Let's take a quick look inside the house and then we're going to take off. Alright, I think this is still the most beautiful house in Skyrim. Let's run over here, look out the window. This is one of the houses, possibly one of the first, where you could actually look outside the windows and see the real land out there. Right now, that is Dragon Bridge. And right there where my crosshair is, that is the bridge. Off in the distance, up there by my crosshair, you can see Solitude. One day we'll go there and record. It is a very beautiful city. Let's take just a quick look through here. We got to do the recording kind of fast because it's going to take forever to upload on my internet speed. This, excuse me, this is the kitchen. Again, you can still see outside. It's getting first person view. You see the little orange sun-like thing at the top of my screen to the right? That means I'm getting warmer. Now there's the text. That's because I'm standing next to a fire. So let's go take a look at the next room real quick. I will eventually do a video on each of my houses on their own, a little more in depth. This is kind of like a library. We have all kinds of bookshelves that you can add books into, and then a couple of these already have a lot of books in them. Then you have your enchanting and alchemy stations right there on those tables. Let's continue running quick. Let's go upstairs real quick. My controls are a little sluggish. My self-built PC has a lot to handle right now. You can still see outside the windows. I'm next to another fire. And let's take a quick look at the master bedroom. I mean, this is still, I think, the greatest house in Skyrim. I mean, the design, Solitude architecture, the way you can see out the windows. I think it was probably one of the first houses that you could do that. But we've got to get going. We have a long trip. Now my plan is to avoid combat along the way. We're just going to make a run for it from one house to another. So I'm going to mount up on my horse Strunmah. It comes with this mod. I'm using Convenient Horses. I just downloaded it probably 24 hours ago. Now Fandel should mount up on his horse. I am using Ultimate Follower Overhaul. Yes, that old one. People say it's broken and obsolete. Maybe it is. I still think it is the best follower mod. Alright, here comes Fandel. Alright, now getting down from Castle Strunmah here has always been kind of tricky. There's the house in the background. Let's see. There's several ways off this mountain. None of them are really easy. I'm already going a bad way. Fandel won't be able to follow completely, so he'll probably break off and meet us down at the road at the end of the hill. See, here I am. I'm just basically jumping off rocks here. Alright. Here's the cliffside retreat. There's a guy out there on the dock. We're not going to really interact or do anything here right now. Let's just get down off this mountain. It's not an easy task. There are other ways off this mountain. I actually found this one just a couple of days ago. I'm not going to worry about Fandel right at the moment. He will catch up with us. One thing about Skyrim, if you have a horse, you can pretty much go anywhere. Climb up any mountain. The man-horse combination, female horse, or the woman-horse combination, it's almost like being a rock climber. You can go up almost anything. Alright. It's harder to see the roads with the winter edition on and the snow, but now we're on the road. We came down off of that mountain up there. Fandel should be catching up here pretty quick. If he doesn't, well, we'll still do our run. So now we're heading toward Rorikstead, where I have a Saxon fort on a hill that I adopted. It was put out into the wild by the original author. I made some tweaks. And one of my first mods, my Rorikstead Farmhouse. I would have thought Fandel would have caught up by now. We're going to avoid the Robber's Gorge here. There's a trap. They're going to drop some rocks on us. We'll get through that.
What was that?
Sprinting a little bit. You can see the little snowflake up there to the left of my heads-up display. Oh, here comes Fandel. He finally found us. A wolf. Well, let's just... Oh, he is fighting. He'll take him off. And with convenient horses, he can fight from horseback. That's the first I've seen it since I installed it 24 hours ago. Outstanding. When I use followers, I like them to be able to ride horses and to fight from horseback. Now we've got some more bandits up here. I'm being affected by the survival mode. I'm hungry, I'm tired. I don't want to fight these bandits, so let's just try and run past them. Computer seems a little sluggish because of all the load I have on it. There's a wolf. Now we're coming into the little farming community called Rorikstead. It's kind of out in the middle of Skyrim, but in the middle of nowhere. Now you can see my Saxon fort starting to appear in the background. Ah, here's Fandel. Excellent. Alright, there are people here and buildings we can interact with and go into, but we won't right now. Let's go up to the Saxon Norman fort. Drake, I think 77, made it. He put it into the wild. So I adopted it and made some tweaks. Need some work on the nav mesh for the characters like Fandel to follow and run around. Well, let's just go in real quick. I'll do a video on it, but there are a couple of horses. Smithing area. There's the blacksmith gal.
What do you need, handsome?
Oh
it's
yeah.
Pleasure.
There's some more NPCs. But it always concerns me because this version of the fort comes with bandits. You can see them there in the background running around. And there goes a horse to attack. It was probably the horse from my farm. I mean, usually my farm animals are dead by the time I get down there. So, yeah. And there's other bandit spawn points where they were actually attack the fort. Let's just run inside real quick and then back out. Excuse me. There's a bottom floor where the bedrooms and kitchen are, but this is it. I should be getting warm here. Yeah, I'm getting, it says the air is warm. I'm by a fire. It's probably best that we warm up here a little bit. Alright, so let's go check out the farm. I don't really know if I want to fight bandits out there, because we have a lot to move on to. Alright, come on. The thing about the... oh, shit. The bandits are coming up into the farm. Are we going to leave and let them get killed? Oh, shit. God, my controls are sluggish. Come on, hit him. Alright. Well, see, they will attack the fort. And there are other spawn points. In fact, they'll go into the town there and start killing people. Rorikstead? I mean, these are pretty asshole SOB bandits. And there are 3 separate spawn points. And every so often, after you kill them, they'll reappear again. Are there still any over here at my farm? Yep. Looks like there are a couple. Hey, there's my goat. It usually gets killed. What did I do? Kill it? Or did she? Well, we'll let them bandits maybe... Hey, it looks like my horse from the farm and my cow at least survived. It looks like 2 of my 3 chickens did there in the background. Well, this is interesting. Usually the soldiers from the fort come down and fight them, and that's probably why we have the bodies out there. I don't think that the horse killed them all, although it's capable of that. Let's go up here. There's the farm. There's the fort up on the hill. It's all pretty cool. Let's just run in and out. Alright, this is a pretty good farmhouse inside. We'll get a little bit warm real quick. There's the sun. There's a bottom basement floor. we'll look at that when I do a separate video on the thing. I hope Fandel survived the bandits. That music sounds like maybe something is coming down. An enemy. Well, I really don't want him to kill my horse, even though this is just not a real run. Well, I'm fighting the chief. It's going to be harder. Alright, and I am low on health. Alright, she went down easier. Maybe I better eat something or take a health potion. Alright, come on, let's take a potion of health. Get it a little better. Alright. I'm going to do a quick save here in case I die. Okay, as you can see, I went and found Fandel. He was stuck in Rorikstead on the other side of the castle there. So, okay, hey, here's a nice view of the Saxon fort in the background, my farm in the foreground. I think it's a very nice combination. Alright, let's continue on. I'm almost tempted to go cross country, but we'd probably have to end up fighting more things. Let's sprint a little bit. We have deer in the road. There's going to be a saber cat up here, more than likely. There's Make the Liar right there to the left. Let me stop, see if Fandel's behind me. Yep. Better do a quick save here. Things already went south, so I have to patch this together a little bit. Alright, there's a saber-toothed cat. Let's try and get past it. It is hunting for its food. Likely going to take one of the deer. Well, I guess it's coming after Fandel and I. Alright, Fandel survived. Okay, you can see Whiterun, capital city. You have Whiterun Hold, Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's Palace. In the background there, it's kind of in the center of the screen in the background. It looks almost like a mountain, but that is this town. There's Fort Greymore on the left, currently being held by bandits. After you clean them out, it'll eventually be held by Imperials or Stormcloaks. There's a civil war going on in Skyrim, so one side or the other will hold it. I think it'll be Imperials. And now we are coming up to my house there. On the left is a farmhouse. There's the western watchtower. Here's my farmhouse. I call it my L-shaped house. Take a little bit of a look there. Alright, so let's go down and look at it real quick, and then we'll move on. This is built on the ruins of a destroyed farmhouse. We can sit in the chairs, get warm by the campfire, cook. You can see my crafting area there, the smelter. Grindstone to fix up the weapons. Let's go in the house real quick, in and out. It's not a bad place. Actually, it's a very nice place. It's copied from a house in Riverwood. Alright. So I call this my L-shaped house. I do have a hawk and a hawk nest up there on the roof. Alright, how do we want to get to the other one? We'll go through Riverwood. Here comes a caravan where you can buy and sell. There are other ways to get to my house. The last one, the Helgen house. But I think we'll take the road past Whiterun here. There is the city of Whiterun. Let's see what time it is. 6:17 p.m. Looks like it might be dark by the time we get there. Remember, it was dawn when we left Castle Strunmah. And we're just seeing a little part of Skyrim. It's actually a pretty big game map. Now this is a pretty nice sunset. Clouds, orange. I hope they come out in the recording as well as they look on my screen. There's a convenient horses mod I installed. Seems to collect ingredients and loot automatically. I might have to go in and tweak that. I don't know if I want everything to be collected. Alright. Now Riverwood is a little mill town here in the pine forest. Those who know what I'm talking about, it might be a little bit like the town of Dunnigan. I don't know. But here it is with the winter edition. Without the winter edition, it would be all green. But with the winter edition, even the trees have white snow on them. Most of the rooftops have snow. And I think that we're going to hang a left. Go out Riverwood the back way. Take this path up the mountain. If you notice any sluggishness or anything, just know that when I'm actually playing the game, it is very smooth. I must have a low frame rate at the moment. But we are getting close. Looks like it's going to be close to sunset here when we get there. I hope these aren't bandits we're going to have to fight.
Is someone there?
Yes, they are. Let's run. Oh, shoot. Am I missing my turn? And here's my last house. Wonder how Fandel's doing with the bandits. I guess that's him there. Well, I see one running off there in the background to the right of center. Anyway, here's my Helgen house. It's almost right where you escape Helgen at the beginning of the game. So you will have a house and a horse actually at the beginning. Hope the bandits don't come up here. Shit, are they all going to be coming up here? Alright, so here's a crafting area. Let's go inside real quick. Usually there's some adventurers backpacks in there. So yeah, there's this. Let's run down. There's a bunch of beds for followers, which they'll use. So this is my the last house we're going to run to on this run. We started at Castle Strunmah up north at sunrise. Now we're at my Helgen house at sunset. Skyrim actually has 2 moons. Kind of weird. It's not exactly Earth. Oh, I can't sit while I'm in combat. Those red dots up there at the top of my screen, they're the enemy. They're too close. Alright, so there's a nice sunset there off into the background. We have a moon. Ah, see, now you can see the 2 moons. Two moons, and this house does come with a horse, a Palomino horse. Alright, so that's it. Castle Strunmah at sunrise, my Helgen house at sunset. See how it's actually getting darker and darker? Skyrim does change the day cycle. So that's that. Steven out. We'll do more in depth on each particular house next time. Alright, later.